Hey everybody, welcome to PrimeTime Kitchen's PTK's How Tuesdays. Tonight is episode number 19. We're doing fish tacos. Actually, this is going to be fun tonight. We got a bunch of cool stuff we're going to do. We're going to make our own tortilla chips. We're going to make a pico de gallo with some mango. And then we're going to make some fish tacos. And what's awesome is right before we came on the air, I've got a message on our Facebook page saying, I like the idea of it, but they're so mushy. There's no texture. Well, we're going to fix all that because we're going to beer, batter, fry everything. That's right, shrimp and fish. Because you guys don't like fish, sometimes I get it. Everybody likes shrimp, so we'll do that tonight as well. First things first. Hey, how you doing? I'm Jim. So good to see you. Thanks for everybody who came out to the DeLand Bacon Brew Fest. We had a lot of fun. That's my wife, Tori. Did we not, Tori?
We had a ball.
It was a lot of fun and met a lot of you guys. Thank you so much. If this is your first time tuning in because you met us at the Bacon Brew Fest, welcome. This is a fun show. You'll check it out. Also, go to ptkradio.com and follow us on Facebook. Thanks, as always, to the guys over at Wassey's Meats for presenting PrimeTime Kitchen on radio. And thanks for great sponsors like the Oliver Brothers Real Estate Company, Wassey's Meats, and Florida Fresh Meat. We appreciate that as well. Let's get started. First things first. Here's how we're going to do this in stages. So one of the things we try to, by the way, drinking Magic Hat tonight. Their Imperial Ale, and the reason why is because the guys at the DeLand Bacon Brew, they actually came over and handed me. So we have a couple Magic Hats, and my wife is all about that claw.
Yeah, I am.
All about that White Claw. Has
It's
fallen
White
in
Claw
love
night.
to the White Claw, courtesy of the guys over Tom and Dan and those guys.
Oh wait, ding. It's
So
supposed to be this finger,
I know,
but
you know what? We just have to do it different. I don't want to encroach on any established brands. Okay, so we're going to do this in stages. I like this because we do have to do things in different stages tonight.
okay.
Tonight, first things first, we're going to roast some corn to put on our fish tacos tonight. So first things first, I've got my grill pan, Tori, check it out. I've had it heating up for a while. It's pretty darn hot.
Gotcha.
We're literally just going to pour the husk right off this corn. And we're not going to do it. We are seriously going to put that right on there. Also, we have a bell pepper.
Okay.
And we're going to roast off, because you love roast peppers. What happened? How did that happen, by the way?
I don't know.
I know,
I just picked up on it.
It's just kind of weird how all of a sudden you fell in love with roast red peppers. So I'm going to just kind of do a little knife skill action. By the way, this knife is razor sharp. This all came from Wassey's Meats. This is a Shun. If you don't have a good knife, I suggest getting a good knife. This is a little bit of an expensive one to start with, but, man, if you get the dough, go get one. You might as well get the best stuff. That way you can take this out of the factory if your food sucks.
Well, and it's not like it's not going to last forever, right?
Yeah, you can't blame it on your stupid knife. But, Bed Bath & Beyond have like Hinkle. I think some of the Macy's carry good brands as well. Hinkle, Wusthof are pretty good knives. They last forever, and you can get entry-level ones as well. So, since it's just us tonight, we're going to roast one ear of corn. Okay. So, basically, hot pan. You can see it's smoking, right, baby?
Yeah, it is.
See that? That's how simple that is. Seriously.
Look at that.
So we're just going to dry roast that, and believe it or not, we're going to get that going. So our hot pan on top, and that's going to roast. Here's a cool thing that can cook, because once that corn's done, we don't care if it cools off. Actually, we kind of want it to, and that pepper will get going. We'll get that thing blistered up. When it cools down, we'll peel that skin off of it, and we're just gonna cut that thing like that. We want some color on our fish tacos, and you'll see why. We do have a slaw that's going to be on there, but before we do any of that, we always, when we make like Mexican food at the house, there's something we love to do, and we make, for one thing, our own pico de gallo. Now, a lot of people go, that's salsa. Well, salsa is kind of like a ground up version of this. Salsa is actually more fine than this. Pico is like the chopped up tomato and red onion and cilantro and lime. We add a little bit of mango to ours. What we start with, we like doing these Roma tomatoes. You have whatever tomato you like, and we're just going to do some diced tomatoes real quick. Just going to cut the tips off of them here, get going. Tor, how you feeling? You all right? Everything good?
I'm doing great.
The guys, we got a couple things coming up. If you go to ptkradio.com, we have a super, super busy October.
We do.
We really do. We have some really cool stuff coming up. We've been asked to be part of this really killer event at Second Harvest Food Bank. We're doing some stuff for the March of Dimes this month. We're also working with WUCF and some other cool stuff. So we have a lot of cool stuff coming up, guys. So
Yeah,
if
for
you
sure.
just check out the webpage, ptkradio.com. Tori's got that event calendar pretty much on point. We can.
Well, if you guys are local, you should check out the Second Harvest Food Bank. It's a limit of 120 people, I think. I think we have like 75 seats left. That's in like 3 weeks. In 3 weeks.
Yeah, the 18th.
But
That's a Wednesday night.
it's basically a live How Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because Jimmy is actually cooking the entree.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of paired up with Chef Tello and Chef Bruno and Chef Brandon.
Brian.
I'm sorry,
Brian
Brian.
Foman out of Canvas.
And Quantum Leap.
Yep, Quantum Wineries, right here, right behind Pig Floyd's, one of our favorite places in the city. If you haven't visited Pig Floyd's,
Oh man, it's so good.
if you haven't visited Pig Floyd's. Also, Quantum Leap is really cool because they do like tastings, and this wine is actually made here. It's not like they're buying it and bottling it here. It's not like that. They actually get the grapes. They do all the stuff. Jill is such a sweet girl. I've known her for a while. She came on with the Tasty Trio, which is her, Tonda, and Lisa. Chocolate, cheese, and wine. I mean, how can you lose, right? And those guys are kind of legendary in the culinary world. If you don't know anything about them, you should check them out. They're really good people. You could probably throw Probst in there as well, because she's a monster. Tina.
Oh yeah.
And or Trina, I'm sorry, and throw her in there if you wanted to as well. So Trina, actually, that's what she likes to be called.
So we're actually, and also we're doing a contest on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter.
Yep.
It's a plating contest. I'm gonna pick a winner. We're both gonna pick a winner every Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys upload your best plate or your best dish of the week, and only do one, and it has to be yours or coming out of your household, at least. And then we'll pick a winner on Fridays, and we'll send you a pint or a mug or whatever.
We have a surplus of them.
Yeah, but you have to hashtag PrimeTime Kitchen so I can find that stuff.
Please. Okay, so we have about, I don't know, that's probably about 6 Roma tomatoes. They're small.
Okay.
You can see, maybe 4, I don't know, something like that.
Okay.
I'm only making enough that's just for us tonight, right?
Yep.
So a lot of people actually kind of freak out about how to cut an onion properly. So we're going to cut a red onion real quick and show you how to do it. There's a method I saw a long time ago, and most of the guys I see that are pros kind of cut it like this. And when I say they do, a guy they hire to come in and stand and only cut onions all day long. Let's check our corn. Look at that little more. So
yeah. Let me get over there.
Look at that. Little bitty rusty mark on our corn.
Yep.
So actually, we're going to move this. We're going to take, and this is where I burn myself once a day, and Tori just laughs. She doesn't help, guys.
Well,
she just laughs, but I deserve it.
Because it makes you kind of like dumb, right? Like if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's like.
I mean, I want to argue. I don't have much of a platform. That's the problem. All right. So red onion, we want to dice this.
Yep.
So what you do is you cut down through. I don't know, but however fine you like it. These are probably gonna be about, I don't know, 1/16. And then I like to do 2 of these when I'm fine. So you can do 1 for a rough chop. I come up a little bit.
Okay.
Be careful, please, obviously. And then right up the top, it's not a lot of science in here.
One of these days, you're gonna lose a tip right here live.
You know, I am.
And I will call 911 for you.
You're not calling 911, Tori.
I will.
Tori.
I'm gonna.
Let me bleed to death. What kind of man?
Hey Kyle, that's a Shun knife. You can get them at Wassie's. What size is that?
This is the 10-inch chefs.
Okay.
Yeah, 10-inch chefs.
10-inch chefs.
Okay, so we have a little jalapeno in here as well because we love jalapeno.
Alex says that he's got knife envy.
Oh yeah, sorry, buddy. That's a pretty good one, man. These are good knives. And they stay sharp for a long time. I worked a little bit today on it on my honing steel, my straightening steel, to get it real nice, and it turned out pretty good. So we like to keep them really nice and sharp. We're gonna take our jalapeno.
Yep.
Don't mind a couple.
Seeds.
Don't mind a couple seeds in there, guys. Don't believe all that stuff about the seeds will kill you. They're so hot. Really, it's not.
Mike Dixon says, I've seen where you can leave, or where you leave the root on the onion, and it won't bleed and make your eyes water.
Yeah, Ramsey does that. That's why I saw Gordon Ramsay do that. He leaves the bottom part of it. He's absolutely right. I tried that the other day, and I found it kind of odd. And of course, I mean, like with anything, it just takes practice. You just basically keep doing it until it seems natural.
Are you trying to be like Gordon Ramsay? Because you know.
Well, so I'm about to start reeling off some names that you're not gonna be happy with. Okay, so this is a mango, and these are still pretty cheap. Get them good. This is just a regular one, not an organic mango. Just went to Publix today. No big deal. You can get them 3 for $5, I believe. And again, look at what we have in this dish. We're trying to make these things very affordable and very doable and fun and flavorful, so you can introduce some new. Because I've been in that same rut you guys get into, where it's a meatloaf, green beans type thing.
Yep.
And really, the passion of the show is kind of what got me out of doing that. We take a lot of chances here at the house, and hell, this will be the second time Tori's had fish in probably 10 days, and I can't even begin to tell you how rare that is. So
it is rare.
Even.
But I mean, you're coating it in flour and beer, and so that means I have to eat it.
Do I need to teach you how to sell? Because you're not selling this. I mean, you're not making it sound sexy, like, at all, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, but you aren't.
So we need to talk slow and sexy?
Tori, honey, it's not that kind of sexy. I mean sexy like food sexy. You're thinking sex sexy. With this, it's not good.
Paul says, bro, take a sip of beer and calm down.
Oh,
Joe. Joe said knife envy. How about wife envy?
Oh, right on, dude. Easy, buddy. That sounds like So again, not science here. We're trying to get these mangoes just kind of in there. I mean, the cool thing about pico is it's not perfect. I like it like that. I like it big old chunks sometimes.
Yep.
I like small chunks sometimes. Just a little bit of mango in there. That'll give some real, and it pairs so well with habanero pepper or the jalapeno peppers. It really does. Actually pairs with any pepper.
Okay.
I'm going to go and get all of this in there.
Okay.
And even though we're just going to eat this with chips right now, when we get our tacos done, you'll see a little bit later, they're going to be an absolute perfect topping if you want. Like if you don't like the slaw we're going to make tonight to go on this, you can just use this pico and it will be absolutely perfect. All right, let's do this. So we have some lime. Roll that thing out to get it juicy.
So is that what are you doing?
Just rolled it to get it a little juicy.
Okay.
A little bit of lime in here.
Okay.
And be careful on the lime, because here's the thing, you can always add it. You know, taking out is going to be a bit of a problem. So lime sometimes can take this over, especially if you get that mango in there.
Okay.
I'm going to do a little bit of cilantro just cut here, because I want some of that a little bit later for
some people think cilantro tastes like
soap.
Soap. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. I think it's like one of the best things on earth. I mean, I literally couldn't love cilantro more. I find myself just like eating it just eating it, because I just love it so much.
Everybody wants your knife tonight.
Why?
I don't know. I guess it's extra sharp.
Dope? Kind of extra dope?
It's extra dope.
I know.
What's up, Daniel D?
I know the kids. What up, D? Is Maisie with him tonight? Sure she is.
I'm sure she is.
Mr. Egg and the little girl. It's Mr. Egg and the little girl.
That's
all right, so
okay.
We want to go ahead and grab these peppers and kind of make sure
it.
We're in the right place with these guys.
That's right, buddy. Eat those peppers.
Oh yeah, peppers. Look at that char we have on the backside there.
Yep.
How good is that? So they're really going to char when we get them over here.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and turn our corn, getting a good char there as well. And again, this is just kind of go on top of our tacos, but we still want to make sure we have good quality stuff. And why not, man? You're cooking. Take your time. Do something cool.
Okay, have some beer.
Have some beer.
Because you're not relaxed enough.
I'm going to relax right now.
Okay, me too. Let's slam it. You ready?
Stop it.
Do it. You ready?
I can't, Tori.
Do it.
It's
you don't have the hair.
No, don't.
You don't have the hair. Do it. Do it. Oh my God.
Tori, I can't. I've never slammed beers in my entire life. Why would you want me to start now? Salt. Look at that color too.
It's beautiful.
Now, one of the reasons I like making this a little bit earlier is when that lime juice hits all these veggies and onions, it's going to start kind of breaking them down, man. That's kind of what it does. It breaks them down. Look at it. Every spoonful is going to have a little bit of mango and everything. Let's taste it.
You put your dirty ass spoon in the bowl.
Man, my house. That's perfect.
Daniel said, my daughter's currently screaming Mr. Egg. She's mad as hell because she has to take a bath and they get washed, and then she can watch Mr. Egg and the little girl.
Oh, that is so... That's foul. That's just... How could you treat a kid like that? All right.
For real.
So, let's go.
This is Black Cherry White Claw, Chris.
It is.
You are correct.
This is the magic hat that, what's that, high C, high 9, high G?
Yeah.
It's their India Pale. Good?
Yep.
Okay, slaw. Slaw's next because, again, we have vinegar. We're going to have some lime juice. We're going to put a little dressing on here that's sour cream, and believe it or not, yogurt. Also a little bit of cilantro, but not much because we're gonna have some cilantro later. And we're gonna use this to dress our cabbage, okay? And that's gonna give us some nice crunch, and it's gonna be kind of fresh because we're batter frying the fish. It'll be a little heavy there, but this great bright flavor is gonna come together really perfect at the end. By the way, guys, if you like this, you enjoy it, please like and share the video so we can get as many people watching the show as possible and continue moving forward with the
They
program.
better like and share.
Yeah!
For real.
All right, cabbage, cheapest thing in the store.
It is?
Yeah, like 99,
I've never bought cabbage.
99 cents.
I don't buy groceries though.
You do not. Now, you could thinly slice this. No question. What I have here is my mandolin with my French fry cutter set up.
Yep.
I don't know if you can see, but see that serrate ledger?
Hold on.
So you would usually run potatoes across
yeah.
there, and it would create French fries.
Okay.
Right? So what we're going to do is, we don't want this real stringy, Tori. I'll tell you why. Because what happens is this: when you're eating a taco, sometimes the cabbage is kind of tough, you know, because and if you go to pull away, if you don't get a good bite or whatever, it winds up pulling everything out. So I actually kind of like nicking this up so that every little bit comes out in every bite, okay?
You nicking it up?
All right, so we're going to cut this into a quarter.
Janet wants to know if you love what you do.
I absolutely love what I do. If I'm not representing enough passion for cooking, please write in, because I've like dedicated the last many years of my life to doing this. I love it.
Totally.
Destructo Mondo.
That is super destructive.
Dude, that's a great shot you got on there.
I know, you're
All right.
flicking it at me.
Let's. Whoa, no. Let's
Flip it so I can get it purple on the
Okay,
side.
hold on. Let me peel this back. You are being very, very demanding, and it is making me anxious. Very anxious.
Well, you should have shot that beer.
Okay, so we're going.
No,
all
flip
right.
this.
I can't, maybe because the blade's going this way.
Take the lid off and turn it. Oh, look at that.
Does it fit like that?
Look at there.
Tori, you're brilliant. That's why we.
It is the money shot, Lori. You're right.
Come on, guys. This is a family show.
Oh,
Damn it.
man.
Oh, I love this. This is a mess. Look what we have, though. Ah, perfect.
It's beautiful.
Perfect. So, purple cabbage in. Our cabbage is in.
Oh, Janet.
Oh, is Peggy Strader mad yet?
No, she's not on yet.
All right, good.
She will. I'll be talking too much.
Right,
She'll tell
exactly.
me to be quiet.
Okay, so we are actually going to put some pretty thin sliced red onion into this slaw. Not much. My knife just got done.
Your knife got dull.
Oh, there we go. You don't need much. Okay.
Yep.
Get that nice and stringy. Look how that is. Perfect, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
So we're going to put that right in. 'Cause
Yep.
believe it or not, that red onion is absolutely perfect for this. Okay, here's our dressing. All right. Grab a little bowl. A little whisk. This is just 100% like Greek yogurt. Full fat Greek yogurt, okay?
Okay.
Oh, man. Honestly, do I even want to know what you're doing to my... What? Tori, I'm a good man to you.
You are a good man.
But why do you do this to me then? Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? I literally can't even imagine what's happening right now. Why? What is it?
This is the funniest one I've done.
All right. So
Okay.
we'll move forward. So,
It's fine.
yogurt. All right. We have our yogurt. You're not stopping.
I did stop.
You're not-
I'm still laughing at it. I did.
Okay.
They're like, no, keep it.
Okay, so
Okay.
a couple tablespoons of yogurt.
Okay.
And because we live here, tablespoon or so of sour. Not too heavy.
What does that mean? Oh, because you want to get it.
Fatty.
Double dip, right? Double
More
dip.
fattening.
All right, I should have brought some more cilantro, but we're gonna make do.
Okay.
Let's put a little bit off there. We don't need a whole lot.
John said you're a cute little kitty.
Talking about you.
No.
All right. That's
You'll have to watch
a
the
kitty.
show.
Very nice. Thank you. Victoria, again, can't thank you enough for the love you give me. One little clove of garlic, no biggie.
That's not enough.
No, that's all we want. I'm
Okay.
gonna get the so thin, so small. This is where you really rack your fingers up. If you're gonna cut yourself, it's working with me.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm making a bunch of crazy noises. I'm in a good mood tonight. All right.
Okay.
Salt. Salt.
Salt?
Yep.
How much was that?
I don't know. Pinch.
Okay.
You know. I have ground up some fresh pepper in my mortar and pestle.
Danielle said no cilantro.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She despises cilantro.
I'm so sorry.
What's up, D-Berry? D-Berry in the house. I lived in D-Berry.
Lime. That's a half a lime.
Now you want to give us measurements? What are we making again?
We're making this dressing for our coleslaw that's going on top of our tacos.
Okay.
Okay. That's a little bit of apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
Okay. Now we have yogurt, sour cream, a little bit of vinegar.
Is it good? Oh my gosh, you got something on the lens.
A little bit more lime. A little bit more salt. And we are going to be just right.
Mike, yes, this is his recipe.
Yeah, this is.
All of his dishes are his recipe, right?
Yeah.
It's yours. Okay.
Okay. Just a little bit of vinegar and put it in tablespoon by tablespoon, guys, okay?
Okay.
Tablespoon by tablespoon. Now, there are some carrot lovers out there that want to get carrot in this slaw.
I was about to ask where
But
that was.
here's the thing. We're not going to do that because we're going to put some roasted red pepper on top of our slaw. And we're going to have plenty of crunch. And the corn is going to give us our sweetness because carrots kind of give you the sweet. And what we want to do is we're going to use our corn, even though it's roasted. When you bite into it, because it's that beautiful sweet corn,
Yep.
we're going to have...
Is that good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be, though.
Jeff said that he's had a lot of fish tacos in his life. What coatings do you like that are outside of the norm?
You know, I'm actually kind of a... When I eat them, I like blackened. But I like my fish fried. A lot of people do not like that. They like that grilled... A little more salty, baby.
Okay.
They like that grilled thing. And I agree with the guy I talked to earlier. The grilled thing doesn't give me the texture. When I eat a taco, I usually when I eat beef tacos, I eat hard taco shells.
Not tonight.
Mm-mm.
Is it good?
Yeah.
So no sugar? Don't you put sugar in? I mean, I don't make it,
Well,
so I don't know.
you can. But here's the thing.
Okay.
If you're going to put the pico in there, you have mango.
Mark, he said he can double dip because it's his house.
My house. Don't want to hear it. It's a real cooking show, dude.
Jeff said that he likes cornmeal tempura.
Yeah.
That's
do
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Gonna make our own chips. Because these things are good.
Okay, so what did we do? What is this?
That is corn tortillas. That's it.
Okay.
Just
And
corn
then-
tortillas.
Okay.
Cut them in cube or in squares like this. Come on over to the fryer.
Okay.
Oh, this is way too hot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this go down for a minute.
Okay.
Watch out. Go inside over there. We're gonna push this off to the side.
Ooh, that's really hot.
We're gonna let that cool right down.
Okay.
That's pretty darn hot. Sweat that down. So what happens? The reason we like to do the slaws and all these other things first is because now we have our nice something to snack on
Yep.
while we wait. And the tacos really aren't gonna take that long because what happens is when this corn gets too roasted, let's check on our corn and our. What? Get our nice. Yeah, and so we have a good scar there, a good char there.
Yeah.
And these will, more than likely, these peppers will probably go ahead and wilt out. And you can see we already have a really good char on corn.
Yeah, that
I'm
looks
actually
good.
going to let that sit a few more minutes. I can turn the heat off. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn it on a little bit low because we're going to char our tortillas.
Okay.
With this, we're going to put them right on there, get them good and charred. Now, what I really wanted to do, man, is the gentleman Ari, I think that's his name, from Press over in DeLand.
Ari?
I think Ara, something like that.
Okay.
I'm so disrespectful. I can't remember his name for some reason because I see his face with somebody else for some reason. I don't know what it is. But he owns Cress in DeLand, and he is the sweetest guy. We made homemade tortillas
Yep.
when he came into the radio station on like one of those griddles you cook pancakes on for the kids.
Uh-huh.
But we mixed them up, the masa and water, and that's all it is. Put them in the press, and they cooked them, and they were unreal. They're so easy. If you can go online and find somebody in town that sells that blue corn masa like that, you can make them at home, and you can just roll them out. Again, just something to do with the kids so that, so it's fun, right?
Yeah. So are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not going to put that back on the heat for a minute. So we're just going to fry these chips up.
We're making our own chips.
This oil is really, really hot too, so it's gonna cook really, really fast.
Okay.
So let me get my my grease dipper.
Marissa said that she loves fish tacos, just not from anywhere, kind of picky about them.
Yeah,
Love the Sandbars fish taco in Cocoa Beach.
Yeah, a lot of people have their place. This recipe is remnant to, I believe, your Southern California type fish taco recipe.
Yep.
So it's we're crunchy, got some food in there. There's a lot of guys that are in Cocoa that make really good ones as well. So there's a lot of good fish tacos in the city. So we have our chips cook really nice and fast. When you have your oil good and hot, we have our oil a little too hot.
Okay.
Because I had it heating as we were going.
Yep.
And I forget that when I cook in this pan, it gets crazy. We're going to go ahead and add some more.
Okay.
Why not? Because we're making tortilla chips and they're damn yummy. And we have a bunch of pico to eat. Yeah, it's fine. Making some smoke now. I drop them in a little bit at a time there. We'll only make this many, and then that way we can cool our oil down a little bit. And then we'll get going on the fishes. Once we fry our fish, we're going to make one more sauce after we do this. And that's going to be our sauce that we're going to put on top of our tacos once they're all done.
Okay.
Because once we get the fish fried, we're ready to go. I mean, it's going to come together pretty quick. What I suggest having with this is a good light beer, crisp light beer. You're going to have like a Sauvignon Blanc or a good crisp Riesling or even like a...
Or a White Claw. That's
or a White Claw,
having.
yeah. I mean, you can. Because this is a nice light dish that goes with damn near anything. The fish is fried, but you cannot do the fried. A lot of guys like to blacken it, or they'll put it on the grill. That'll work as well. You're just not going to get the texture you're going to have when we have our batter, though. That's all.
She missed hers with olive oil, sea salt, and bakes the triangles. Lori does.
Oh yeah,
Lorenz.
that's awesome. Yeah.
Robin, he answered your question about the wine. Sauvignon?
Yeah, Sauvignon Blanc, or dry white is good. You could also do something crispy, like a not so sweet Riesling, or what else could you do?
Dave, we're actually going to do shrimp tonight. We're going to do fish tacos and shrimp tacos.
Yeah, we're just going to show you how to make the batter.
Yep.
And then you can do whatever the hell you want with it.
Right.
It's the easiest batter in the world. I mean, the easiest batter. There is no easier batter. You'll see in 1 second. Matter of fact, we can go ahead and kind of get our bowl ready there.
Diane wants to know if you reuse your oil.
I do. But I do have a limit in which I do that. I don't like go crazy with it.
Marissa, it's a sparkling seltzer. It's a big whopping 100 calories, and it's 95% water and 5% alcohol.
But the 5% that is alcohol is a monster. All right, so we have a cup of all-purpose flour.
Okay.
All right, a little bit of salt. Now, here's where we'll stop. We'll take a pause here, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because I almost had these chips in the way. See how that oil cooled off so quickly? It really doesn't take much. If you ever get your oil above temperature, God, whatever you do, guys, don't freak out. Just nice and slowly move it to a cool part of the stove. Take its time, let it sit, and let it cool, and then put something in there for it to cook. It'll cool down. Look how much this oil cooled off just cooking a few chips. It was already. I should have pulled it back on the heat already because it's barely having a hard time frying that.
Okay.
So see our skins once we char them on the peppers. It'll come right off. Just let that sit for a few minutes. It'll keep going. So we have our flour. This is where you make a decision personally. So there are a billion ways to make fish tacos. There really are. Some people will season this flour with like Old Bay or whatever, and that's what you want the flavor in. Some people will just do the regular batter and then season the fish. You could do either one.
Okay.
But what I'm going to show you real quick is we're going to make a little bit of a rub that I use a lot. And we're going to go fast. You just guys watch the videos when we come back. Salt. What I do is a good tablespoon of salt, maybe a little bit more. We do a little bit of garlic, granulated garlic.
Okay.
That's probably about a teaspoon. We're going to do some chili powder.
And we're adding this to the flour, correct?
We're going to add this to the flour. We're going to make this is just like a little rub, a little mix. Paprika. This can be used for a lot. And paprika and a little bit of smoked paprika. You got to be careful with that because that goes a long way. Smoked paprika will beat you up. This is also a brand new organic cayenne pepper that we have. So we're going to do a little bit of cayenne there. Not a whole lot there either. And we're going to do a little bit of black pepper. Okay. And we're just basically going to, just with our hands, just stir that around. And this is like, if you look at it to where you can see, this is basically just salt-based, like a rub.
Okay.
It's It's almost like a little pork rub. It's a little salty. So what we want to do is we're going to put probably about a tablespoon of that flour, okay?
Okay.
Now, we have a TACOS. This is any like Mexican beer. It can be any beer. It can be a super light beer. It can be but I suggest the light Mexican beers are perfect for it.
Okay.
Okay? So we'll turn that right back down. Make sure we stay up so we get ready to fry. We're ready to go. 1 cup. So it's a cup to a cup, guys. So you have a cup of all-purpose flour and a cup of beer. But before you start pouring the beer, understand this. It almost doesn't really matter about how much the recipe calls for. Because what you're looking for is consistency. Let's start. For one thing, let's don't pour it so high that we can't control it.
Okay.
I would usually pour this right out of the bottle, but I'm going to use a measuring cup to show you guys.
Jeremy wants to know if you can use sake.
I would not do that.
Okay. Kevin wants to know when cheesesteak night is.
Cheesesteak?
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, so.
I think he's serious.
No, that's fine. He can be. So I actually like my batter a little more thin. Because like with my onion rings, I don't like a big, huge thing of batter on my onion rings. And usually sometimes I don't even make a batter. I just soak them in milk. And then go from there. So as you can see, we're going to put a little bit more beer in. Just incorporate it a little bit as we go. Take your time, you'll slop it all over the place. Go back and forth. That's actually one of the most efficient ways to do it. And try to hold your whisk like you would, like I tell you, to have held a drumstick back in the day. And you can already see that we have a good color to our batter. We know our flavor is in there. And to be honest with you, it's the perfect consistency. It's almost like just a barely melted milkshake. Because I don't want a big old thick glop of grease holding bread for my fish. So we have our nice little chips here. This will dry right out. We have our pico right here as well. I'll go ahead and transfer it into a bowl. So
Danny wants to know if he can use mayonnaise instead of yogurt because he's lactose intolerant.
you can. Matter of fact, the recipe calls for mayonnaise. I went the other way to save calories. So mayonnaise, sour cream, but more sour cream than mayo in my opinion. And you can thin it out with a little milk if you want to. You can do that. I used a little bit of vinegar because I actually wanted to permeate the cabbage a little more, to be honest with you. I should put this whole thing in there, really. We will in a minute. Okay, so we have our beautiful, we should get our other kind word real quick, Tor.
It keeps pausing.
This was donated, or I say donated. So I got a buddy who's a fan of the show, and he calls me and he says, "Hey man, how would you like some fresh caught Florida grouper, black grouper?" And I said, "Man, that sounds great. Let's do that." So that's what this is. So we have some beautiful, got little pieces in the back. So we just take that right off. Let me scale it down for me. Got it down for me.
Okay.
To the side. A little bit on the back. So you got to be careful when you're doing the fish thing. That's why I bought my son a really cool fillet knife. And this is a part where you can really, because you hit a little part and you'll come through there, and next thing you know, you've run that right through the fish and then right into your hand. So we're going to go ahead and take it off. There's a little bone there too. Make sure that's gone. There. Okay, good. We want these kind of big pieces like this. Actually, I don't mind them because we're going to lay them right across the back of the taco. I'll cut these in half just so I can manage it a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay. We'll do our fish first and our shrimp. What do you say?
Okay. Sounds good. Let me come over here. I'm going to come to this side.
So I think that our batter is all set. I think our oil may be a little bit warm again. Let's do a little test piece. What do you say? Go ahead. Doesn't take much. It's going to cook up pretty quick. That's what always, as you're moving into hot oil, keep the product going away from you. Like that. Put it in like that. Even.
So it doesn't splat.
Yeah, you don't want it splatting, man. You don't want that stuff coming back on you. That oil's super hot. And we'll just do one layer of the story.
Okay.
We got our temperature here just around 8. We don't want to lose too much heat.
Okay.
We want to make sure we have the batter for our shrimp, so we'll just call this good right here. Nice and frying up nice.
Walter said that he's counting calories while he's frying.
Well, you know what? people like fried stuff because it's crispy, it's yummy, and this is a no-judge show. Tori, I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Total no judge. Smell that beautiful fish. My God almighty, does that smell good. So we're going to go ahead and throw our shrimp.
Cheryl wants to know if you've done it with an air fryer.
No, you know what? Somebody's using one of those things on Facebook that's on my feed.
I think it's Tanya.
And
Her name is Tanya.
It is killing. I mean, everything she makes in that thing looks really good.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard nothing but great things about them. I think Russ had one for a while, and he swore by it. So, oh yeah, so we're getting exactly what we want. And I'm glad that the oil cooled down a little bit, because I want that cooking time. I want to make sure the fish is done. And you're not really going to have a problem getting the fish done, guys. It really isn't going to be like that, because we're going to get a nice golden, almost fish and chip type brown. It's going to be super nice and crispy. And because of that coating, it's going to hold our sauce, and it's going to go with its flavors really well.
Cheryl said that she loves her air fryer, and Mike wants to know if grouper is the best fish to use.
You know, a lot of people like any white flaky fish, cobia, I think cod.
Yep.
Grouper, mahi. I think a lot of guys who grill the fish like mahi. And I think that's why they like it like that, because what you want is when you throw it on the grill, you want it to stay together. And some of those fish just don't do it. The big bodied flesh fish like this,
Yep.
they'll stay together.
Okay.
That way, you know, when you go to present them, break them down. Like my son likes the fish meat broken down onto his, so he'll actually probably crumble
He's
this
a
up.
weirdo, though. He doesn't like mayonnaise. He doesn't like anything any condiments except for like ketchup.
The mayonnaise thing was almost a dad deal breaker. Really, that was a questionable time in our relationship.
Yeah?
It really was. Tori, mayonnaise, dude, mayonnaise. Might as well said, hey Dad, I'm moving to Vietnam and starting a cult. You know, that's
Diane said that she has an air fryer and it's awesome for frying frozen stuff. They haven't tried it much with battered food though.
Oh, I don't know if it's going to do battered all that well. Although
Yeah.
look, people like to say that like it makes the best tater tots and stuff like that in the world. So we'll see. So we have our shrimp ready to go.
Yep.
After this.
Yep.
This is pretty close. And believe it or not, we are not far away from putting this thing on a plate, because we've really done most of the work. Look how beautiful and golden this fish is. Tori.
Wow, look at that.
It's beautiful. Almost fish and chip
Yeah.
brown.
Well, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful color. Oh, it looks like it looks like if you ordered sweet and sour chicken,
Yeah.
which is basically what you're kind of
Right.
getting. All right, so we're gonna do our shrimp.
Do we need to get the little crumbles out of there?
No.
Okay.
That's what Long John Silver's made her living on.
The little crisp.
Yeah, the
crispies.
crumbles, right? The crispies. They just put this batter into the oil. That's exactly what they do, or the leftovers. These are our shrimp, Florida caught, pink shrimp, 16 to 20, I believe, or 16 to 22 count.
Okay.
I like the big ones because they don't cook. They stay nice and kind of crunchy, pump. You know, they got that great pop to them when you eat them.
Yeah.
That's why I like them. So I buy these all the time. I like
Just
those.
like threw them in there and slopping it
Oh,
around.
yeah.
Huh? Okay.
And see, what you would usually do is all this stuff you'd maybe soak in milk first. And it doesn't even matter if they stick together, guys.
Okay.
Because, let's face it, they're going on a taco, we're going to slather them with a bunch of stuff. I mean, it doesn't really matter if they stick together, so we're fine. So what we all want to do here is set our fish up to the side, all done with that. And we have the fun part coming up here in a second. So are you doing flour tortillas?
Yeah, I want flour for sure.
So we're going to get these shrimp done. We're going to get them nice and crispy. Then we're going to go over and we're going to do our final garnish. We're going to plate these tacos and make them yum yum. Tori, I don't find it flattering.
Okay.
One day you're doing this. Even if it's just make peanut butter jelly sandwiches, you're doing it.
I'll do it.
I look like a chef conductor.
No, you don't know what you look like right this second.
Is it bad? Why would you do that? Why do you keep doing it?
Look at me.
I'm not going to do it, dude.
Look at me.
Not. Why do you do this? Does whatever you have on that screen hammer beers?
Okay.
Oh, are you satisfied?
Yeah.
So we're almost good. See,
I get
nice.
bored. I'm sitting here holding the camera. I'm like, ugh.
Well, that's your job. You're cameraman. Know your role. Stay in your lane.
I'm doing it.
Stay in your lane. You be the good wife. Hey, what show did you start the other day? You started something.
I started a show. It's called Married. I think it's on FX, but it's only on FX on demand.
Yeah.
On Hulu, I believe.
All right.
But it is kind of dry and funny and all of those things, and that's like my kind of comedy.
All right.
Yeah.
And why are you with me?
Because you're dry and whatever.
Right, I'm not dry already. So, all right, shrimp out.
Yep.
Plain cooked without juicy. Why am I talking like Oprah tonight?
I don't know. It's
Can I tell you, it's making me laugh.
is it?
Yeah.
It's not funny.
Well, I mean, I don't know that it's not. Well, you don't think it's funny. All right, so let's get
Okay.
our pan off the oil.
That looks really good.
All right, so we have a little bit of our remaining little seasoning.
Yep.
What? And that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna come over here.
You're just gonna coat it?
Yeah, while this oil is still nice and hot on this, we're gonna go ahead and put a little coating on there. That way we have a little bit extra time.
Okay.
Let's try our, let me start try pico, baby.
Can I have some salt on these chips? I think we need some salt on them.
Baby love. Here's to you.
Oh, good.
That's perfect. All right.
I don't know how to get it off.
All right. Roasted red pepper in strips.
Okay.
We're going to do one because we only need one. Okay.
Yep.
Roasted corn.
Marissa wants to know what kind of oil you used in the
Vegetable oil.
Okay.
Just vegetable oil. You use peanut oil.
You are making a horrible mess tonight.
I am.
Okay.
Because you're torturing me with your... All right.
With my what?
Let's sear up these tortillas. Now, this is a weird thing. I've never seen these. I actually got them tonight because I've never seen them. These are like a wheat or like a corn flour blend. I've never seen them, but they're nice and thick. I love them. So we're
Okay.
gonna put them right in our grill pan.
Just to get like a little char mark or whatever?
I'm gonna use the top part of it.
Dom wants to know why not peanut oil.
I just don't have it. Peanut oil is great for cooking at super high heat. We don't need to worry about getting up to 400 and 500 degrees. We need it to be 350, 360. That's where we get our optimum cook and sear for or fry for our tacos.
Okay.
So we have our nice corn, nice and sweet, beautiful red pepper. Our slaw is gonna be great. We have some fresh cilantro coming back on there.
Okay.
This is gonna be
I'm gonna
yummy.
have some more chips while we're waiting on this.
Sure. So
And
these warm right up. Get some good, get some really, oh God, those are nice. God, they're so thick, Tori. It's
Yeah?
so great. Yes, they are.
see, I like them like that.
So we'll do one fish for plating. We'll do one fish. Oh, real quick. One fish and one, whatchamacallit for plating.
Shrimp?
Yeah, but I want to show you something else because we have to make one more little thing.
What are we making now?
Well,
We made a lot of stuff tonight.
we have. We have to make our little drizzle. We're going to use the same exact thing we use for the top, but we're not going to use. Yeah, we already used. Let's do this. Same thing. Sour cream.
Okay.
Sour cream and yogurt. Oh, there it is. Sour cream,
Okay.
yogurt.
Yep.
Now, like an absolute must is these little. Where do they go, Tori? Where do they go? Over here. Chipotle peppers.
Okay. Chipotle.
Yeah, because we want that mole.
Did you just say chipotle?
Look at that. That's what we want. And we want a little bit of sriracha.
Yeah.
We want to take a whisk. Whisk that right up. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to check our tortillas. They are nice and really good.
I think we have like a thing here. I think we ought to do like a cooking show with a different face every week.
No, I mean,
Peggy's not here to yell at me.
who? Peggy's not here? What happened to Peggy? Salt? So you saw. So have you ever wondered how they make those wonderful things that go on top of your tacos and stuff? That's all it is. Now, I'm actually going to cut that with a little milk. I actually want that to kind of squirt a little bit. And I'll show you how we're going to do it.
Okay.
Just a little milk. No biggie. We'll put a little bit of our seasoning in there too.
There's a lot of ingredients tonight.
No, there really isn't. I mean, I've used the same things over twice.
I know, but
I'm telling you.
there's a lot of stuff happening.
Okay, so let's do.
Yeah.
So a couple pieces of our fish.
Okay.
Right. All right. We have
goat's milk instead of regular milk. Whatever.
Do that.
I don't even know.
Good. Yes. A couple of our shrimp. We have 3 of our shrimp here.
Yep.
All right. So we have also. Buddy, slow down.
Yep.
I'm going to cut a tip off our bag here. Just going to spin that in. All right, so slaw. Slaw. All right.
Okay.
We have our roast corn.
Yum. My favorite.
Okay, roast corn.
It gives a sweetness to it, right?
Yeah. Perfect. We have our roasted red pepper.
Mmm. That looks delicious.
Right. Right. And if you wanted to, we could julienne a pepper.
Okay.
Just like this. We could take our, we could kind of, do a little.
Trying to be fancy.
Yeah, just to kind of make it look kind of cool. Just a little jalapeno, just a little heat in there. We can also get some heat from our sauce because that sauce has a chipotle is a little warm. Not too bad.
Vernon wants to know how you're going to pick that up and eat it.
You'll see. Because I want you to eat it right in front of your face, Vernon. How you like that? All right, so we have, we're going to do our sauce next. So what we'll do is we'll take our sauce. Take our little bag here.
Okay. Dumping it.
Dump it right in. We get a trimmed corner. So that way we back up a little bit. Just a little sauce there. And then, of course, we're going to finish it up with a
Cilantro.
few sprigs of cilantro. Of course, and if you can't have, and I mean you cannot have anything like this without
some lime juice.
a little bit of lime juice. And in case you want a little bit more, we'll offer you another wedge right there in the middle of your plate.
John, we'll do one on the big green egg. That looks awesome,
And
babe.
we're going to do a little bit of our sprinkle seasoning over the plate.
Okay.
Just kind of give it some,
Oh.
give it a little bit of body. And guys,
Wow, that looks really good.
there we go. There are our fried shrimp and fried fish tacos. And what's in there tonight is pretty simple. We did a beer battered shrimp, and we did some roasted red pepper in house, some roast corn in house. We made our own slaw because we did our own cabbage, and we did some cool stuff. We made this beautiful pico. See, another thing too you could do right here is, I'll just use this same spoon because we're all home
I don't
here.
think you need any more.
But what I'm saying is you could. So you could add this to get the mango and stuff. You could add that right on there. If you don't like the roasted red pepper, you don't want the corn, just use the pico, man.
Yeah.
It goes perfectly with it. It's already got a little lime in there. So
Awesome.
this is PTK How Tuesday. If you like the video tonight and you like this recipe, we'll have it up tomorrow or the next day. You guys know how lazy I can get. And please visit ptkradio.com for all the events. We have a very busy October. There's a lot of opportunities to come out and see us and actually kind of taste what we're making, like you guys came out and saw us in DeLand. So I really appreciate that. Like and share the video if you don't mind. We really appreciate it. Also online, if you want to buy, we sent out a couple things today. We sent out a tumbler and a pint glass. So if you want to represent the show and buy something, send a picture back to it. We'll throw it up on the website so you guys can check it out. Other than that, man, like I said, just keep watching, and we hope you appreciate what we're doing here, and we'll see you next Tuesday. And next Tuesday, we start our fall menu. We're going to start making some really cool stuff so you have some dishes when family starts coming into town, okay? So we'll do that next Tuesday right here on PrimeTime Kitchen's How Tuesday. We'll see you guys next week. On behalf of Tori, did you do something stupid again? Why can't I just end my show like a professional?
You guys have to like and share because I did that for y'all. They were asking for it.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.